Russell's story in this installment of Respect Your OGs. Take a look.
When you talk about the idea that a basketball player can do more than just play basketball, there's no...
The always busy and pop. And we've got...
Hey, Kevin.
It sure has. Thanks, DA. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Jaylen Brown.
Here we go. And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Brown, the small forward, with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Walker and Smart, the guard. And it's Williams at the 5, down low. And for the Cavaliers, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Kevin Love out there with Allen. And it's Okoro in at the small forward. And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. To the inside, and stolen by Tatum. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Outside, Walker. Over Garland. Walker's shot is off. And so Allen will bring it up for the Cavaliers. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
Saw the box score the next day and thought about those percentages. They had guys just going off in that one.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And, Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, one step to the hoop, and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
And here are the Cavaliers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
Now here's Tatum. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
Well, what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team style.
I'm glad we got to see the Mobile One block once more. What a play.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And here are the Cavaliers. Here's Garland. And he really did play well against Chicago in that last game. Okoro shot is off. Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Brown outside. Dishes to Tatum. Over Love. They get it again.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Now here's Love. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Chicago. Tatum looking around. Floats it up for Williams. You know, at this point of the year, what's the main thing Brent, a head coach, has to do to keep his team focused for the second half of the season?
I think at this point, the foundation that you've laid should be there. So now what you try to do is schematically, maybe you go through some different defensive coverages. You try some different combinations of players to make sure that guys can make that adaptability quick enough that if that becomes part of a playoff scheme, you're ready for it.
And Tatum stays with it.
How about the timing and hustle there? Tatum earns his team some second chance points.
There's Garland. That shot missing, and it's Boston the other way. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Well, the great thing about watching that game was that we saw it through their offense, and they showed a few different looks that they settled into and played well.
Sexton's shot is good.
Kevin Love, great recognition as to what was happening there. Saw the floor, saw the teammate, and saw the passing opportunity.
Walker the pass to Williams. 1:10 left in the first quarter. Clock at 6. Oh, Tatum in position. Now, here's Garland. No points in the game yet for him. Kicks it out to Allen. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good. And that'll tie this game up.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time.
Now, here's Walker. 32 points for him last game against Phoenix. Poked loose. Stolen by Okoro. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The slam dunk by Garland.
Man, Garland like a small jet, room to take off, and he's flying.
Walker in the post. Here's Brown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Garland with it. With 4 seconds on the clock. Williams with the block.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space.
It's a tie game here in Cleveland. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover, because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. They've got Ogilvy. Thompson is out there with Jabari Parker. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Pritchard in at the 1 spot. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
And you have to be excited about the work rate that Thompson has shown lately. He has become a much more active player.
Well, the ability just to stay with that high motor is Tristan Thompson's calling card at this point. On the interior, wants to play physical and wants to disrupt anything he can on the inside to make an impact.
Pass to Fournier. Thompson left side. 6 on the shot clock. It's good. Thompson's got his first basket of the night.
Thompson's so good at setting the screen, recognizing space. Great timing on the roll that time.
To the paint. Inside. Sexton the pass to Prince. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Here's Nance. Here's Wade. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Evan Fournier.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Both shots good from the strike. It's stolen by Nance. Now the pass to Sexton. To the middle. Here's Wade. Passes it to Osman. And here's Sexton. The feed to Nance. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Nance has got the lead up to 2 now for the Cavs.
Well, Nance can be quick, and this time out hustles his opponent to the offensive board.
Here's Pritchard. Wade is covering, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And Sexton slams it in.
Like the attacking mindset, not waiting for something to happen, instead creating it himself was Colin Sexton.
Lobbed up there for Thompson.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That's his first foul. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Garland's checked in. Parker with the steal. Pass to Pritchard. And he converts the layup. Pritchard's got his first points of the game.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Now Garland. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Nance outside. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Nice job by Larry Nance to fight through contact.
Allen's checked in for Cleveland. Okoro comes in for Jetty Osman. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcomed with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids, you're right.
And with the pause and the action, let's look at the numbers for Fournier. He's around 18 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he can play some valuable minutes on the wing for this team.
I just want to kick back and lounge here because when this guy's hot, it's a love story. And when he's cold, it's a nightmare. So sit back, get your popcorn. Let's see what he does.
And now Okoro running the floor all by himself.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Walker with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. They double-team Walker. Tatum on the wing. That 3 off the mark.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And here is Okoro. This one for 3. Drains the three-pointer. And it's a 4-point Cleveland lead.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Walker dishes to Smart.
And what I like about Smart's development, he has more shots at his disposal now, more ways to score.
Now here's Garland, guarded by Tatum. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. There's 14 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Floats it up for Williams. That shot is off.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that'll do.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Cavaliers leading.
And his whole career, Kevin Love, a fantastic passer at that position. Great vision for a big man.
You think about it, Greg, he's one of those players who you're kind of watching throughout the course of any game, and you're hoping for that kind of highlight. I mean, that's rarefied air if it's not a dunk, but we're waiting for a Kevin Love outlet pass. That tells you it's special.
Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Okoro out there with Kevin Love, and it's Allen in at the center position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Here's
Lightning.
That was incredible. Left side, Walker. He dishes it to Williams. And that one is good. Williams has got 8 points.
You know, still a raw talent, but Williams does have a reliable inside game that continues to get better.
Pass to Sexton. Love trying to break loose. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Garland.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Walker against Sexton. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Now, here's Garland. He's tightly guarded. Outside Tatum. There's the lob to Brown.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
Here's Garland. Love outside. 5 to shoot. No good with the triple. Celtics trail by 3. Left side Walker. Feeds to Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 5 assists in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And taken away by Brown. And Walker with a clear path to the hoop. That puts them in the lead. Walker's got his first points of the night.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Now, here's Garland. Guarded by Walker. Here's Sexton. Lays it up and banks it in. Sexton's got 10 points.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
And that one drops. And that's now 6 points for Jason Tatum.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Garland, the pass to Sexton. Out to the right wing. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And well, Garland, the 5th overall pick back in 2019, had a slow start to his career, but around the midway point, he really started to take off.
You wonder, Greg, in that rookie campaign, if that's a bit of somebody realizing the length of an NBA season, and maybe he made a bit of an adjustment in his body. Now in his second year, we can see some of the fruits of his labor in the offseason and him developing.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And there's the pass to Nance. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Here's Pritchard. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, with Tristan's motor and that kind of reach, great job on finishing off the alley-oop.
Now, here's Garland. Out to Nance. The dish to Garland. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Celtics leading by 3. Here's Pritchard. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Jabari Parker setting himself up in great position to score that time.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Garland, the pass to Hartenstein. Prince outside and stolen by Fournier. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. The shot by Ogilvy, no good. Down low, here's Hartenstein. And Cleveland with another turnover here.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
5 seconds left in the third. The kick out to Brown, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's the Celtics as they wrap up the third quarter with a massive 16-6 run. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for Boston. Brown the small forward with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Then there's Tristan Thompson. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard. Prince misses.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And the shot goes in.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Garland kicks to Osman. Drops in the layup for 2. Osman's got his first 2 points.
And those are the kind of signs where Garland is improving his overall awareness to find teammates.
Inside, Thompson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Thompson's got the lead back up to 7 now for Boston. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Out to Wade. Back to Prince. A 3-pointer off the mark. Celtics leading by 7. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's his first foul. Allen's checked in for the Cavaliers. Colin Sexton comes in for Taurean Prince. Fournier gets a wide open look. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Tatum wide open, he fires one. Boston, no good that time either.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Outside, Walker. Stolen by Garland. And Garland with a clear path to the basket. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And stolen by Tatum. Outside, Walker. To the paint. Wants to get it to Tatum and does. The shot, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 5. There's Garland. And another miss by Cleveland.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Nice recognition from Walker there. Sizing up the defense and just making the right read.
From outside the arc. And it's Allen with the jam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
It's stolen by Allen. Outside, Sexton. Kicks to Garland. Takes a 3. And Boston with the rebound.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
Floats it up for Williams. Not going to go that time.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Clearly a foul.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Pretty exciting, the potential of Darius Garland. If he finds an offense that he can operate in and continue to be efficient, he's a guy that's going to keep improving.
Love's checked in for Cleveland. Okoro comes in for Jetty Osman. Smart's checked in for Boston. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Walker with it. Throws it up high, and it's Williams finishing it off.
How about the confidence? It's just growing in this young man. Williams has that attitude of a go-to guy in these big moments, even though he's still picking up the nuance of the game.
Passes it to Sexton. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Walker surveying the floor. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Garland. Wound up there for Allen. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Over in the corner, Brown. His three-pointers off the mark. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cavaliers. To the wing on the left. Love the pass to Sexton. The Cavaliers again can't hit. It's Smart with the drive. And that falls.
And this is where Smart's at his.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining. take a look out east. You look at Miami. They're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs. And, of course, the Cavaliers. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And, you know, for the Heat, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out, but they're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team in this league. No way.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Okoro out there with Kevin Love. And it's Allen in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Heat, Trevor Ariza out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. Then it's Robinson. And it's Adebayo in at the 5 spot. Free throw good, Adebayo. And midway through the season, some players going above and beyond. And Steve, is that contract year boost a myth or is it a real thing?
Hey, Kevin, it is a real thing. You see guys more focused. You see guys that's usually not on time. On that contract year, you see guys on their best behavior, and you see some of their best play on the court overall.
Here's Allen. Love trying to break loose. Allen, that's good.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time.
Butler passes to Ariza. Back to Butler. And it goes down 2 points.
Perfect play to run there to get a clean look.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Now Garland. He had 25 points in the win against Chicago. Love outside. The pass to Garland. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Butler attacking. Oh my goodness!
Did you see
what a play?
Unbelievable. Put this guy in the dunk contest. Jimmy Butler is ready to win it all.
Pass to Love. Shoots the 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
None with it, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded closely. Back to Sexton. Misses the 3. For Miami, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Robinson, that's good.
I love how Jimmy Butler let the play develop, how he's learned to trust his vision.
Now, here's Garland. Defended by Nunn. Ring shot on the way. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of this one. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Both good from the line that time.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Miami trailing. Now here's Dragic. And he banks in the layup.
His first step is unreal. Goran Dragic is an excellent penetrator.
Now here's Garland. He's guarded by Dragic. And that one is good from Hartenstein. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Here's Dragic. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Sexton. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Iguodala, no good.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. The dunk by Achua.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
Cavaliers trailing. And here is Garland. He's got 5. And Sexton has it in the corner. And Cleveland turns it over again. And checking out some numbers for Jimmy Butler.
And he hasn't been making as much of an impact with his defense as he had been earlier in the season. Steal numbers have dropped off in the past 5 games. He'll need to put a lot more effort into his defense here tonight.
The Heat making a switch here. Strus is checked in. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Cleveland. Taurean Prince comes in for Colin Sexton. Here's Prince. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
It's stolen by Nance. Prince outside to the right side. Here's Osman. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Pass to Strus. Here's Hero, guarded by Prince. Hero passes to Achua. It's rebounded by Cleveland. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there were.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Cavaliers lead by 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
They've got Dragic. Bjelica is out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Strus in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Oh, that's offensive interference. And the Heat with some changes. Butler comes in for Hero. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Goran Dragic. Then for the Cavaliers, Jared Allen comes in for Larry Nance. And it's Okoro in for Prince. Offensive rebound. The shot by Adebayo, no good. And so Allen will bring it up for the Cavaliers. They trail by 1. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road.
Wonderful play. With that long wingspan and huge hands, Adebayo catches and finishes with ease.
Allen passes to Osman and stolen by Butler. And here we go. Butler heading to the hoop. Got a hand on it. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. But they'll get another chance. Okoro passes to Allen. And that one, good.
And how about the quick thinking on the catch and shoot? Have to applaud Allen's decision-making there.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Love comes in for Cedi Osman. And it's Colin Sexton in for Garland. Sexton dishes to Love. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Love's got the lead up to 2 now for the Cavs. The Heat have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Nunn finds Ariza. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's
that is.
got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. Sexton, the pass to Love. Shot clock at 6. Back to Sexton. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
And he gets the whistle. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
From the 30th pick in the draft to perennial all-star, Jimmy Butler has come a long way in a short period of time.
Okoro passes to Stevens to the inside. For the three. Okoro shot is off. The Heat with the lead. Here's Robinson. Stephens pulls it in. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Okoro. The pass to Stevens. No good on the triple. And Miami shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Here's a look at some stats for Kevin Love. He's really stood out for them over the past month. He's averaging 14 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Pass to Prince. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Hartenstein. The shot's good on the assist by Wade.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. Banked in off the glass. Adebayo's got 6.
You see the offense coming around for Adebayo. Entered the league with raw skills, but he's had the benefit of great coaching.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Nance against Iguodala. They grab their own miss. Back to Sexton. Here's Nance. Bangs home the trifecta. Nance has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
Stolen by Robinson.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But, you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Outside, Sexton. Here's Hartenstein, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And a close game. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. Some good action during the period, as it was just a... And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Nance and Love are the bigs. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt, and it's Prince in its small forward. Nunn finds Robinson to the middle. Love against Adebayo. To the left side wing. 6 to shoot. Here's none. It doesn't go for him. Nance with some nice D. Passes it to Garland. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Sexton against Butler. The shot by Sexton, no good. Miami trailing. Here's Ariza. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Taurean Prince.
And Ariza much improved as a free thrower over the course of his career.
Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Garland dishes to Sexton. Now Garland. He's got 7. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Let's see some of the numbers here for Colin Sexton. He's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break. Right around 25 points per, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's versatile. He's prolific. There really isn't much a defense can do once he catches fire.
Bielitsa with the bucket.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Allen inside the three-point line. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Outside Dragic. The pass to Bielitsa. Back to Dragic. Garland with it. 9 points in the game so far. In transition, here comes Miami. Dragic has got the ball. Pass to Hero. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Bielitsa, they get it back. Achua, the pass to Hero. Good work there as it goes.
The athleticism plus the mobility highlight. Hero is someone who drives well inside.
Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Dragic. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Strus. Got a piece of it. And now the fast break. Garland with the ball. Bielitsa against Allen. It's off his foot. And the official saying it was kicked. And Cleveland making a change here. Wade's checked in. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Allen left side. Shot clock at 6. And the layup falls. Allen's got 6 points.
You really got to hit Allen if you want to stop him. Just so long and strong from there.
Hero passes to Bielitsa. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter, and Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for Miami. Butler, he's checked in for Bielitsa. Duncan Robinson comes in for Hero, and it's Kendrick Nunn in for Goran Dragic. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Cleveland.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Wade outside. Lots of room. No good off the front iron.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, Coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded closely. Okoro's shot is off. Right side Robinson. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
3/4 of play in a close game here. Heat lead by 3. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with 3/4 behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Iguodala. Jimmy Butler is out there with Kendrick Nunn. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Adebayo in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And Butler, here we go. It's good. Butler's got the lead up to 5 now for Miami.
One of Butler's signature moves. Drive, then convert off contact.
Sexton against Nunn. Outside, Sexton. From deep. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Nunn. Loads it up for Adebayo. 2 points. That one goes. Now it's a 7-point Heat lead.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Wade kicks to Sexton. Passes to Okoro. And stolen by Butler. And now Iguodala running the floor all by himself. And then Iguodala with the dunk.
Defense of Butler is absolutely tremendous. Active hands, came away with a steal on that play.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. They get it back. And the pass to Okoro. Sexton for 3. Rebound by Butler.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
Here's Sexton. Here's Love. That one's off. Still out of sync.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
The shot by Butler. Nobody around. No good on the 3. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
No hesitation. He just takes off and takes it the distance.
Yeah, he's a one-man show in transition. Impressive play, taking it right to the rim.
Robinson's checked in for the Heat. Dragic comes in for Kendrick Nunn. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Prince is checked in. Ariza kicks to Robinson. From deep. No good that time. And Cleveland the other way now. Here's Sexton. Can't hit that one. Good D by Ariza. The Heat leading by 9. Back to Butler. Down low. Cavaliers with the rebound. There's 1:38 left in the 4th quarter. Now, here's Sexton. Over Robinson. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Robinson, that's good.
And right there, I like how Adebayo takes his time, scans the floor, makes the unselfish play.
Okoro passes to Prince. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. And the dunk by Love.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Outside Dragic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Heat lead by 11.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Heat.
Their inside game was what secured them to win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jimmy Butler.
You know what stood out to me was the anticipation defensively. He sensed what the offense wanted to run, then found ways to disrupt that and cause turnovers.
You know, another reason Sexton gives opponents nightmares. Almost impossible to stick with him in the open court.
And the rejection by Love. Robinson for 3. No good on that one. Sexton for 3. No good. And so it's the Heat winning this one. Probably a little closer than the... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. We're deep.
games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Smart, the guards. Brown, the small forward, with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. And it's Williams at the 5, down low. And for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Robinson is out there with Kendrick Nunn. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Butler in at the small forward.
You know, something that Williams does so well, as soon as he has inside positioning, he just goes for the finish.
Shots good by Walker.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Heat on offense. 4-point game.
And moving to a star-laden team last year, Walker continued to produce as he always has.
And the scoring average may have gone down, but that was totally expected. This has been a seamless integration of Kemba Walker. Coach Stevens has got to get some credit here. You allow Kemba Walker to play to his strengths, but you also allow him to thrive in the team situation with other talent.
And slam dunk by Butler.
Well, how about that? Just glide toward the rim, but finish with power. What a combination by Jimmy.
Walker against Nunn. Floats it up for Williams. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
So explosive around the basket. Williams, when the pass is on target, expect him to finish with the rim wrap.
Now, here's Nunn. 9 points last game. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason? Or, in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change. And the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Now, here's Adebayo. Turned in an outstanding game against San Antonio. None, that's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And it's slammed in by Williams.
Now, this is a young man who's really grown as a passer. If the defense overcommits, Kemba Walker will make you pay.
None against Williams. And that one is hammered home.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Slashing with purpose there. After setting that screen, Williams knows where to position himself in these sets.
Williams against Nunn. That one falls.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Walker. A 32-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
I thought his physicality was crucial too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
Williams' shot is off.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Ariza no up. The Celtics have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Walker in the post. Ariza covering. Walker's shot is off. The Heat have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Nunn can't get it to fall.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Oh, Tatum in position.
The very definition of an unselfish star. Kemba Walker doing work with the pass.
Nunn looking around. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And here's a look at the stats for Adebayo. Since the break, he's been simply stellar. He's averaging 19 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists.
He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Achua, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Bielitsa comes in for Trevor Ariza. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Dragic in for Duncan Robinson. For Boston, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Dragic. And Thompson throws it down.
You could see how long Thompson's arms are when he goes up to finish that alley-oop.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Achua. Stolen by Thompson. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Thompson with the ball.
Well, they've decided to give Tristan Thompson a little bit more opportunity to handle the ball, and what a pretty delivery there.
Excellent D there from Parker. We've got more in store for you right after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Boston, we've got Evan Fournier. Thompson is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Ojale in at the 3 spot. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes,
reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Well, that's a nice little flash there from Thompson after the pick and roll to get into space where he can finish.
Dragic left side. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Pritchard passes to Parker. It's deflected. Now, here's Achua. He's covered by Thompson. Shots good by Achua.
And how about the court awareness there? Dragic, fantastic job spotting the wide open teammate.
Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Dragic. Pritchard passes to Ojale. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
The Heat making a switch here. Strus is checked in. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
And it's Iguodala missing.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Here's Ojale. Just 5 to shoot. Misses from short range. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Goran Dragic. He's right around 13 points a night, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
Bam Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. Butler comes in for Goran Dragic.
A serious talent when Robert Williams is healthy. He makes his presence felt. Has great length and lift off the floor. Defensively, he protects the rim and even blocks shots out on the perimeter.
Iguodala. Some solid defense from Brown. Boston trailing. Now, here's Walker. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game, and the basket is good. And then offensively, Williams is mostly a rim runner at this point. But, Greg, there are signs that the jumper is coming along.
Yeah, you know, when he was drafted at the end of the first round, there was a lot of talk about rebuilding his shot mechanics. And that's still a work in progress. But where he's really impressed people is with his passing. He has terrific instincts for the game. Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Here's Hero, guarded by Walker. Hero passes to Adebayo. Here's Strus. Back to Adebayo. Here's Hero. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
Walker against Iguodala. And Walker kicks to Williams. He feeds it to Tatum. And he gets it to go. Tatum's got 6 here in this quarter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Loads it up for Adebayo. Pass to Strus. Adebayo with the ball. Defended now by Fournier. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Butler against Walker. Fournier in the corner. From deep three-point range, and it's Miami with the rebound. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
And I think it was clear that their plan was to attack from the three-point line, and it worked to perfection.
Here's Hero. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, this is why Butler has become a real threat on the offensive end. Yes, he's a great scorer, but he is equally capable and adept at finding the open guy.
So that'll be it for the first half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We've seen Kendrick Nunn really having a great game.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
They've got Trevor Ariza, Kendrick Nunn out there with Robinson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Adebayo in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now here's Walker. And Adebayo sends it back. Ariza goes in, and it's slammed in by Ariza.
Very crafty at carving up the defense. Give Trevor Ariza an avenue like this, and you will regret it.
Floats it up for Williams. It's stolen by Adebayo. Nunn against Walker. Nunn can't get it to fall.
Well, they get it to the high percentage area, and then it all goes wrong from there.
And the call is going to be... Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
Boy, his ball security flawless in the first half, but since then, it's an absolute disaster.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial. And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
Here's Tatum after the Heat pick up 2. Thompson right side. Stolen by Nunn. Here's Robinson. The shot misses, and it's Boston the other way. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Achua comes in for Bam Adebayo, and Bielitsa in for Butler. And a change for the Celtics. Ojale is checked in for Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Now, here's Nunn. 16 points for him. Smart against Robinson, and stolen by Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
You can see the length and the impact defensively of Jason Tatum, the rip and then the score on the other end.
Here's Nunn. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Nunn's got 6 in the quarter. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s.
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And Parker with the block.
Wow, Jabari Parker, not known as a shot blocker, but twice on the pipes.
To the inside, and the dunk by Parker. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Here's Hero. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Struz passes to Bielitsa. And the dunk by Bielitsa.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And the Celtics with possession here. The Heat getting the bucket. For 3, Fournier. Rebound by Iguodala. The Heat with the lead. And he jams right over Jabari Parker.
Wow, Iguodala, an incredible dunk. Woo, did he leave the ground quickly.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
But he's making a switch here. Adebayo's checked in, and a change for the Celtics. Walker's checked in.
Well, the defense committed to Parker, so he beats them with a pass. Beautifully done.
And it's Dragic off the drive. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
Shots good by Hero. And not even 3 quarters out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Lobbed up there for Thompson. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's the Heat up. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for the Celtics, Jaylen Brown out there with Tristan Thompson. Then it's Williams. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Walker in at the point. Celtics trail by 3. Walker with it. It's stolen by Adebayo. And here we go. Butler heading to the hoop. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
It seems to me that over the course of time in this league, Jimmy Butler has learned just about every way there is to draw a whistle. So crafty.
Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Hero. And the Celtics also making a change. Tatum's checked in.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Floats it up for Williams. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
And stolen by Tatum. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Offensive rebound. And Williams is right there.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Outside Dragic. Inside. It's tipped. The kick outside to Butler. Back to Adebayo. 5 on the clock. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Fournier. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for Miami. Williams gets the bucket.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Nunn. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
Outside Tatum. From deep. Rebound by Butler.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, this guy was the 43rd pick in the 2004 NBA draft. And what a career for Trevor Ariza. An NBA championship with the Lakers 5 years after he's drafted.
Marcus Smart's checked in for Boston. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 1. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
So calm under pressure. This is Kemba's time.
That's good from Kemba Walker.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Nunn up top. He lobs up the alley-oop pass and taken away by Brown. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
Well, Jason Tatum in a big moment. He is unafraid.
Nunn against Walker. Ariza no up. And it's the Celtics ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. The Heat trail by 4. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Walker against Nunn. On the wing run. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Walker against Nunn. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the ring, but how about the finish with intention? Oh, I tell you, you have to respect the willingness to make shots in crucial situations. Go to work, Marcus Smart.
Robinson dishes to Butler. Back to Robinson. Fires the three. The shot, no good. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Williams against Adebayo. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Offline with his three.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
Nunn kicks to Adebayo. 6 on the shot clock. Butler passes to Nunn. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Celtics ball. Substitution for Goran Dragic.
12 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And here's Walker. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony. Welcome, sports fan.
Hey, Kevin, thank you.
Both capable, DA. Thank you. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Jason Tatum.
And his scoring numbers have been going in the right direction these past few years. He's gotten better and better at handling what those opposing defenses are throwing his way and finding ways to get his points all over the floor.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Jared Allen is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Okoro in at the 3 spot. And for Boston, Walker and Smart the guards. Brown the small forward with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. And it's Williams at center locking down the middle. And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Love with the buckets. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
I agree. Here's Garland. Turned in an outstanding game against Chicago. To the paint. It's stolen by Brown. And Tatum with a clear path to the hoop. Yes, that goes in.
Huge fan of how Tatum runs the floor. It's almost a lost art. Terrific when he's in attack mode, in transition, putting a lot of pressure on that defense.
Now, here's Garland. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Now Walker, after Darius Garland missing on that last 3-pointer. Floats it up for Williams, and the turnover again by Boston.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Now, here's Garland. Over to the left wing. Here's Okoro. The offensive rebound. Here's Allen. Great D that time from Tatum.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Man, and Tatum gets up on these alley-oops, has a great grasp of when to attack and exploit the opponent.
Now, here's Garland. Stolen by Smart. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Left side, Williams. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Fires it up. Okoro shot is off.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Wade, he's checked in for Love. And Larry Nance is subbed in for Okoro.
Well, with Tristan's motor and that kind of reach, great job on finishing off the alley-oop.
There's a minute 47 left here in the first quarter. Garland, the pass to Allen. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Stolen by Allen. Sexton attacking. And Sexton slams it in.
Sexton getting right through the defense and putting that speed to work.
Here's Pritchard down low. Thompson with the bucket.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
At the elbow, it's Allen. Stolen by Thompson. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the first. Oh, Tatum in position. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Jabari Parker's checked in for Boston. Semi Ojeleye comes in for Jaylen Brown. Now, here's Sexton. He picked up 30 points in their last win against Chicago.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Here's Fournier following the basket by Colin Sexton. Fournier against Nance. Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Last time they met in Cleveland. That was huge!
Incredible.
Over the course of his young career, Larry Nance Jr. has certainly had some memorable dunks.
Pass to Fournier. Got it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Tie game in Boston. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Cleveland, they've got Taurean Prince. He's out there with Sexton, and it's Osman in at the small forward. Here's Pritchard, defended by Sexton. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Throws down off the coast-to-coast drive.
Prince does a nice job there leaking out in transition, and when he gets that kind of room, it gets dangerous.
Here's Pritchard, defended by Sexton. The Celtics get it back in a new 14. Clock at 6. Oh, the lob to Parker. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cavaliers. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Boston trailer.
The Cavs really took a long look at Colin Sexton last year as a playmaker. And it seems like he's moving more and more into that role of being a microwave scorer.
Ball's knocked loose. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
And be cautious around Sexton. He's very good at seeking out contact and did it there.
And Brent, the numbers for Sexton back that up. He's a great scorer, as we know, but his assist totals are low.
And this is why I think, Kevin, there's a lot of consideration where Sexton might move naturally into that guy that comes off the bench and creates disruption with his offensive output. Feels like a lot of Lou Williams type of moments could be ahead for a player like Colin Sexton.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Getting the and one. Kemba shows off the deft touch he has on the ball. You have to finesse around that hard a defense, and he does it as well as anybody.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Brown comes in for Semi Ojeleye. Wade, he's checked in for Cleveland. Garland comes in for Colin Sexton. Wade kicks to Garland. The putback. Rebound by Williams. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Outside, Walker. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Walker's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he knows what his bread and butter is. Walker embraces the mid-range at a time when not a whole lot of players are featuring that in their game.
Finished off the break. And now it's a 3-point Celtic lead.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Love right side. And he uses the glass on the layup. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Let's use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points. Third spot, the Celtics.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been really good, and it's led to a lot of easy opportunities on offense. Creating points off turnovers has been key.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Allen. That shot misses. Now Boston takes it the other way.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Now Cleveland moving it up. To the left wing. There's the three. They get the rebound. That one goes in. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
Hard for opposing teams to box out Nance because of all the activity that Larry Nance Jr. has. Plays alive on every possession.
And yes, it's good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now here's Garland, guarded by Walker, and it's Wade with the jam.
And those are the kind of signs where Garland is improving his overall awareness to find teammates.
Walker in the post, and it's Williams finishing it off.
What I really love about this kid, you know, Williams he's physical, he's explosive, and yes, he plays above the rim. He just brings that nastiness to the game.
There's Garland, the slam dunk by Garland.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
You can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Passes it to Tatum. The putback, Walker on the follow. Walker's got 9 points in the quarter. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
To the inside, stolen by Smart. Kemba Walker firing on all cylinders for Boston. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the two. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead they had was 6. And that'll...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
Now, you can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
Round the small floor with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Walker and Smart the guard. And it's Williams at the 5. Home in the paint. That's the Boston 5.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Here's Allen. The putback is no good. Celtics leading by 3. Walker with it. Garland picks him up. Walker in the post. That one goes. Count it.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
There's Garland. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, the defense slow to react to Garland's play on that possession there. Instinctive to do whatever it takes to get to the foul line.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Prince has checked in.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And the shot is good.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Outside, Sexton. Prince outside. Back to Sexton. He kicks it to Garland. Love trying to break loose. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Garland.
Good to see Garland score the ball without dominating it.
And it's Walker penetrating. And it's sent back by Allen.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. Hartenstein, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Osman comes in for Kevin Love. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 5. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
The team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
And the dunk by Parker.
Well, he's got a wide reach, so Parker's stretching out that time and grabbing it and throwing it down.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. The shot by Sexton, no good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
To the middle. They get a hand on it. And they're pushing it up. Prince, the pass to Sexton. Here's Ojale. Makes it off the glass. Ojale's got the lead up to 6 now for Boston.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Sexton, and nothing but hair on that one.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Thompson finds Tatum, hammers the alley-oop through.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Here's a Okoro. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
The kick out to Brown. 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now Cleveland moving it up. Okoro with the ball. And Boston with the rebound.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Outside Tatum. Shoots over Okoro. Tatum no good. 1 second left. Off target. And so it's the Boston Celtics ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. We've got Nance, Kevin Love out there with Allen. Then it's Okoro. And it's Sexton in at the 1 spot. Now the pass to Love. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got his 3rd assist on the night. Celtics leading by 7. Now Walker over Sexton. Walker's shot is off.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Robert Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. And Cleveland also making a change. Garland, he's checked in for Okoro. Floats it up for Williams. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Slashing with purpose there. After setting that screen, Williams knows where to position himself in these sets.
Pass to Allen. It's deflected. Outside, Sexton. Cleveland moving it around. Allen with it. He's picked up by Nance. Here's Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
When you don't get in his way, Sexton's going to get up there and throw it down.
Walker against Sexton. And Walker kicks to Smart. Williams trying to break free. Smart misses. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Now here's Garland. Here's Allen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Such a force as Allen goes to the line. A real throwback. Jared is a center who primarily operates near the hoop.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Celtics. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one, and it's good for 2.
Improving size does not matter. Walker comfortable slamming it up inside.
It's Allen on the wing. And good that time. And that's now 6 points for Allen.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
A terrific athlete at that wing with good bounce. Tatum, fun to watch.
Sexton against Walker. Sexton kicks to Allen. Love trying to break loose. Allen's shot is off.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And the Celtics making a change here. Brown's checked in. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Smart passes to Walker.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
And it's good, 2 points.
Sexton trying to assume the leadership role. What a big hoop there.
Boston leading by 5. Smart deciding where to go with it. The 3 from Tatum. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 5 rebounds tonight. Sexton for 3. Kept alive.
And Kevin Love, no stranger having the ball when it's tight like this. Terrific at stepping up.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Smart against Sexton. It's stolen by Allen. Love right side. Nance outside. And stolen by Tatum. Smart with the ball. Started now by Sexton. Smart against Sexton. Yep, that one goes in there. Smart's got his first bucket of the night.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
Inside. And the dunk by Love.
Kevin Love is clutch, and boy, did the team need that.
The Celtics with the lead. 55 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Money!
How about
the confidence is just growing in this young man. Williams has that attitude of a go-to guy in these big moments, even though he's still picking up the nuance of the game.
Love, it falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Tatum, it drops.
And let's give some credit to Tatum. Doesn't crack when the pressure's on. He just seems to embrace the moment.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Garland, the pass to Allen. Yes!
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. He goes up again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
So we see Boston. How about we check the numbers for Jimmy Butler?
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Trevor Ariza, Kendrick Nunn out there with Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Butler in at the 3 spot. And for Cleveland, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Allen is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Okoro in at the 3 slot. Now here's Nunn. Following the miss by Kevin Love. Nunn with it, guarded now by Okoro. Lays it up off the glass. Adebayo's got the opening field goal of the game for the Heat. Greg, the 2 words you and I don't like the most in this game, load management. Why do we see more of it now than when you played in the game?
A couple of things. I think sports science has evolved, and I've talked to a ton of coaches about this. The reality is that now they don't determine whether or not a guy's going to play. It's going to be the people that work with the strength and conditioning. They determine if a guy is ready to go. Secondly, I would also say the contracts now, the investments that teams have in these assets, you want to try to prolong their careers as long as possible. And so I think it's a smart move from an investment standpoint.
You bring up some great points.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Puts it up for Adebayo. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Wonderful play. With that long wingspan and huge hands, Adebayo catches and finishes with ease.
Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Finished off the break.
A lot of enthusiasm to the start of this game. So far, a perfect 4 for 4.
Pass to Sexton. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Just 4 to shoot. There's Garland, and Adebayo sends it back.
Huge block by Adebayo. Plays the game with aggression and shows no mercy.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Nunn's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh my goodness, 5 straight coming out of the gate.
Now here's Garland, defended by Nunn. Love, no luck. The Heat leading by 6. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
I love how Jimmy Butler let the play develop, how he's learned to trust his vision.
And so it's Cleveland with it after the Heat pick up 2. Here's Sexton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo. This is his first chance at the line tonight. That one is off.
And you see the speed, the athleticism, and scoring ability of Sexton. Special. A guard with a fantastic skill set and loads of potential.
The Heat making a switch here. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Ariza. Iguodala comes in for Jimmy Butler. Heroes checked in for Duncan Robinson. And it's Dragic in for Kendrick Nunn. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Hero passes to Adebayo, and it's blocked. And Garland with a clear path to the basket.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Now here's Dragic. 9-point game his last outing. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Prince is checked in for Cleveland. Here's Adebayo. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Garland dishes to Prince. Passes it to Garland. The 3. Cleveland gets it back. Here's Hartenstein, and the shot is long. Miami shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. The first one falls. So both teams changing it up here. So he gets them both.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
There's 49 seconds left in the first. Now, here's Garland. In the game against Chicago, very impressive. From deep, Prince. They get it back. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Dragic. Here's Achua. It's rebounded by Cleveland. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
Yes, the other team is feeding off that enthusiasm. You have to try and match that energy.
And the second free throw, good. And he makes all three.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Now here's Dragic. Not a lot of room. And easy 2 points on the layup.
That's a strong move right down there in the paint. Something you see a lot from Goran Dragic.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Picked him clean. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Heat lead by 4. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Achua is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. Then there's Dragic, and it's Strus in at the 3. Prince outside. Takes the 3. Cleveland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. The Heat leading by 6. And here is Achua. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Dragic the pass to Bjelica. Stolen by Garland. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Prince outside. Garland kicks to Prince. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Heat shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. Bjelica passes to Strus. Six to shoot. Shot's good by Achua. Achua's got the lead up to 8 now for Miami.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Knocked away. In transition, here comes Miami. The dunk by Achua. And now it's a 10-point Heat lead.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Now here's Prince. Guarded closer. And there's the pass to Hartenstein. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and
You know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
Well, their pass to Achua. 5 to shoot. Back to Butler. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Strus. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Heat making a change here. And so Allen will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. And it's Sexton penetrating.
And superb at just finding avenues to the bucket. When Sexton goes strong inside, he is hard to stop.
1:46 left now here in the second.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Sexton with it. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Chicago. And Adebayo sends it back. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Iguodala's running and slam dunk by Butler.
Love the eye contact by Jimmy Butler and his teammate before he rolls up for that alley-oop.
They double him with Butler. Here's Sexton. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. Lobbed up there for Robinson.
And right there, I like how Adebayo takes his time, scans the floor, makes the unselfish play.
Now Sexton. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
Especially given the height disadvantage. I love the way he created space for his shot.
And stolen by Sexton. Now Cleveland moving it up for the finish. And Sexton slams it in.
And it's clear that Sexton loves getting out in transition. He has a strong sense for how to capitalize.
And Sexton slams it in.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Pass to Okoro. The offensive rebound. And staying with the play, Allen.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time.
Robinson, and it's Robinson with the jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Bam Adebayo had it going on in the first quarter. He had 12 points. And that'll about do it as we get ready.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Bam Adebayo in this game, guys. He has been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Okoro out there with Kevin Love. And it's Allen in at the center position. The open look here for Sexton. But they get it back. Here's the three. Allen kicks to Okoro. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Now, here's Nunn. He's covered closely. Pass to Adebayo. Feeds it to Ariza. And foul on the shot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Okoro passes to Sexton. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. Cavaliers making a switch here. Osman's checked in. And then for Miami, Tyler Hero comes in for Robinson. And it's Dragic in for Kendrick Nunn. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Prince is checked in for Jared Allen. Achua, he's checked in for Miami. Bielitsa comes in for Jimmy Butler.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
And here's the break. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Beautiful vision to find the open man. Gorn leading by example.
And for years now, GA, Kevin Love, one of the better outside shooting big men in the game. He can really light it up.
I tell you, when Love gets it going, he is hard to slow down. Great on the catch and shoot. Hard to believe it wasn't a large part of his game until he was established in the NBA.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Here's Hero, and he goes in for the dunk.
The athleticism plus the mobility. Tyler Hero is someone who drives well inside.
There's Garland. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Miami leading by 12. Now, here's Bielitsa. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. He dishes it to Ariza. Just 5 to shoot. Goes back up. Back to Bielitsa. No good on the shot. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Sexton dishes to Prince.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Goran Dragic. He's putting up 13 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Passes it to Garland. From deep three-point range. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. And let's now look at the shooting guard position for a moment to see which of them has the hottest hands since the All-Star break. Second is Colin Sexton.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
And they're not too bad at attacking the basket either. That's why some of their shooting percentages are so crazy high. They will work to get those high-quality chances inside.
To the paint. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Garland.
Great player movement, great ball movement. That's fun to watch.
Dragic against Sexton. Here's Hero. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
Iggy is so creative down low, just overwhelming the defense with his athleticism.
The Heat have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Jared Allen's checked in for the Cavaliers. Okoro comes in for Sexton. The first free throw is good.
The free throw line is something that Iggy needs to work on. He's hit or miss from there.
And both free throws good for Iguodala. The Cavaliers trail by 14. And here is Garland. He's got 7. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. They get Andre Iguodala.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
Miami leading by 12. None with it. He has 6. Outside Robinson. The pass to Adebayo. Outside Robinson. Shoots over Okoro. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come. Show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
So many good point guards in this league. So much responsibility comes with that position. That was a smart play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Iguodala out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. And it's Robinson in at the shooting guard. Pass to Adebayo. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Nunn kicks to Adebayo. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Allen's got 6 rebounds in the game. Nance passes to Garland. Back to Nance. Iguodala against Allen. Wade trying to break free. Allen's shot is off.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Here's Nunn. Garland with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Okoro dishes to Allen. Pass to Wade. Kicks it to Garland. Allen, it's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so it's Nunn with it. He brings it up for Miami. They've led by as many as 14 points. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Duncan Robinson. That is his first foul of the game. Love's check in for the Cavaliers. And Miami with a change here too. Ariza's checked in. There's Garland. Off target from three-point range.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player?
Robinson down low. He's guarded by Love.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
The slam dunk by Garland.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just landing in. He wanted to make a statement.
Butler on the wing. Back to Robinson. To the middle and stolen by Love. Now Cleveland moving it up. Okoro with the ball and slam dunk by Allen.
Flushed by Allen there. What I love about him, he's a center and he's not trying to be a guard. He knows who he is.
Robinson kicks to Adebayo. Head shot off. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Now Okoro. Now here's Garland. 6 on the shot clock. Passes to Allen from 11 feet away, and it's Miami with the rebound. And the layup is good. And the Heat lead by 8.
Look at Bam finishing strong, making sure the defense can't stop the break.
Nance outside. There's the pass to Garland. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but and so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now, here's Garland, defended by none. And here is Garland. Pass to Okoro. Buries the long-range jumper.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Down low. Here's Ariza. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Pass to Garland. Makes it off the glass.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Nunn passes to Ariza. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Ariza much improved as a free thrower over the course of his career.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 9-point ball game here.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach. No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Out to the wing. Passes it to Strus. Here's Dedmon. Off with the layup. Dellavedova scanning the floor. And Cleveland turns it over again.
That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
Pulls it up. It's off.
Torian Prince, he does it every night. He competes. Terrific effort on the defensive end.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Craig. line, making its way out of this. And let's...
Kevin, thanks.
David, he has been a great addition. Thanks for that report. Playoff seeding so important here as we take a look out east. Taking a look at Boston. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And checking out Miami, a game behind.
And you know, for Boston, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Yeah, they'll be there in the playoffs. I'm sure of that. It's just a matter of how high they'll be seeded.
So here's Miami's starting group. Jimmy Butler is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. And it's Adebayo in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Boston, round the small floor with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Walker and Smart the guards. And it's Williams at the 5 down low. And the NBA, Chris, with a long regular season, we know that. Are there things that can make the season seem even longer or shorter or in between for that matter?
Yeah, Kevin, well, I'll tell you what, the cliche, time flies when you're having fun, and we all know that's true. So when you're losing or not seeing eye to eye, that's when the season can really drag on.
Here's Walker. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Outside, Walker. To the inside. Shot clock at 6. Nunn against Walker. Nunn, that's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Walker. A 32-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
Here's Smart. An 11-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
And don't leave out his rebounding. He had a big impact in that game with all his effort on the glass.
Left side, Williams. Butler with the steal. 3 on 3. A slam dunk by Robinson.
Rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Now here's Smart. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. That one drops for him.
And I love Smart pressing his advantage on the interior.
And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Yeah, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis. But Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
And here we go. It's Butler.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Yeah, they dropped the last game of this matchup. Their bench wasn't able to keep up with the opposing reserves offensively.
Nunn can't get it to fall. The Celtics have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And Tatum the bucket on the assist by Walker. Tatum's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Wow, wonderful court awareness that time. You can count on Walker to find the open man.
Walker against Nunn. And Adebayo throws it down.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
Smart deciding where to go with it. Here's Williams. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And you know, Smart is working on slowing down, dissecting the defense. I mean, nice patience out there in the pick and roll.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul. And the Heat with some changes. Bielitsa, he checks in for Ariza. Hero comes in for Robinson. And it's Dragic in for Kendrick Nunn. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Jaylen Brown.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And he makes the first.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Jabari Parker comes in for Jason Tatum, and it's Ojale in for Brown. Then for the Heat, Achua, he's checked in for Adebayo, and it's Iguodala in for Jimmy Butler.
And you can't help but see the impact Thompson has in the paint. On both ends of the floor, he's a rock planted near the rim. Very strong legs that help him get to so many of those rebounds.
The Heat have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And stolen by Fournier. Passes it to Pritchard. Bobbed up there for Thompson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Look, it's all about Thompson's vertical. He jumps up fast to make sure he taps in on that alley-oop.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Iguodala up top. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
It gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Here's Pritchard. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. And the shot goes down. Thompson's got 6.
Thompson is a strong big man. He's amazing at fending off defenders.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Heat, they've got Achua. Hero out there with Dragic. Then it's Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Iguodala in at the 3. And Thompson throws it down.
Look, Thompson's getting after it. A highly skilled offensive rebounder. Crashes with power.
Dragic the pass to Bjelica. Dragic looking for an opening. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Strus. Yep, that one goes. Strus has got his first points of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And there's the call on Precious Achua. That's his first foul. Here's Pritchard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Thompson throws it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Right side, Dragic. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
As a screener in the pick and roll, your job's easy. When Dragic is running it, just set a solid screen and let him do the rest.
Here's Pritchard. The pass to Ojale. To the paint. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Love how fast Thompson rolls after the screen. He's solid at getting room to shoot in these sets.
The Heat trail by 4. Outside, Dragic. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that shouldn't be easy.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Hero. He just worked San Antonio in that last game. Offensive rebound. Pass to Bjelica. Down low. Here's Achua. And finally they hit one.
Now that's team basketball. Bielitsa doing a nice job getting the ball to the open man.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Thompson misses. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. The dunk by Achua.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Dragic. It's tipped. Kemba Walker's checked in for the Celtics. And then for Miami, Bam Adebayo comes in for Achua. And it's Butler in for Goran Dragic. Here's Hero. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Bielitsa misses.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
Walker the pass to Thompson. The kick out to Walker. Launches it. That shot off, and it's Miami the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
The noise didn't really seem to bother them. In fact, it appeared to make them sharper and play harder for each other.
To the middle, 6 on the shot clock, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Thompson. Tatum comes in for Parker. Brown, he's checked in for Semi Ojeleye. And Smart subbed in for Fournier.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Walker against none. Walker, bounce pass. Right side Tatum. Shoots it up. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
Look at the elevation on that drive and the strong dunk. Flight Butler is clear for takeoff.
Walker. And Butler sends it back. Here's Nunn. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Nunn's got the lead up to 6 now for Miami.
And that's up.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter under.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that does it for our...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Guys, so far we're seeing a tremendous game from Tristan Thompson so far.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Walker and Smart, the guards. Brown, the small forward, with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. And it's Williams at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile 1 block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Now here's Smart. Stolen by Robinson. Here's the break. None with it. He's picked up by Walker and stolen by Tatum. Smart against Nunn. Brown wide open. He fires. And Williams is right there. Williams has got the first points to start out the third quarter for Boston.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
It's stolen by Brown. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And the turnover again by Boston.
And let's check out stats for Smart. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. He's averaging 15 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
Shots good by Butler.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Celtics trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Walker finds Smart. Floats it up for Williams. That one's not going to go. Some solid defense from Robinson.
And Trevor Ariza, a different player now than he once was, but during his prime, he was as athletic as anybody on the floor.
You can say that again, GA. He's done a good job adjusting his game as he's grown older. He went from mostly a slasher to a 3-and-D player. I mean, it's allowed him to have a lengthy career.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Duncan Robinson. Dragic against Fournier. Outside Dragic. Pass to Nunn. 6 to shoot. Here's Ariza. The Heat need to get a shot off. Lets it go from the wing, and that misses everything.
The setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Ariza against Tatum. He feeds it to Williams. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Taken away by Williams. Count the basket. Williams has got 6 points.
You know, still a raw talent, but Williams does have a reliable inside game that continues to get better.
It's Dragic with the drive, and the layup's good off the glass. And the Heat lead by 8.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Pritchard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Brown outside. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation.
And now a look at Jason Tatum. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 6th in scoring, 7th in free throw percentage, and don't forget top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. Now here's Dragic. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. From 13. And that one comes up a bit short. The Celtics have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. In the corner, Tatum with it. The three-pointer, no good. The Heat leading by 8. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. Bielitsa passes to Iguodala.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Here's Pritchard. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his pass.
Here's Hero. He's guarded by Fournier. And Adebayo throws it down.
With strong athleticism, Adebayo can finish just about any lob with his large catch radius.
Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Adebayo. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And it's Dragic off the drive, and they pick up 2.
What balance there from Dragic. He's terrific at fending off the defense and focusing on the rim.
Here's Pritchard. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Now here's Dragic. Pass to Hero. Now Bielitsa. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before. And so it's Miami in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done
Until we start defending with any purpose.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. 8-point game. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth. Bam Adebayo is out there with Iguodala. And it's Robinson. And it's Hero into the point guard position.
When you have Walker handling the pick and roll, you have to feel confident. Just masterfully shredding the D with his passes.
Here's Hero. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's good from Hero. And so he makes both from the line. Celtics trail by 8. Walker with it. Inside. Cuts off the pass. And now in transition, here we go. Iguodala.
Tremendous end-to-end player. I mean, throughout his career, he's been that. I mean, just think about it. Iguodala with a nice finish in transition.
Oh, Tatum in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And you see Tatum using that insane reach on the catch. I mean, he can go get it.
Here's Hero. Guarded by Smart. To the inside. Stolen by Thompson. Smart dishes to Walker. To the paint. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here's none. Butler in the corner, lock at 6. Here's Adebayo. No good that time. Celtics trail by 4. Outside, Walker. Lays it up and banks it in.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
Yeah, they still got work to do, but what a job they've done to get back into this.
Boston making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Adebayo passes to Ariza. Shot clock at 6. Here's Robinson. Back to Ariza. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Now here's Smart. And stolen by Ariza. Adebayo with the ball. Williams picks him up. Floats it up for Butler. An emphatic LU jam.
What? Butler with the big-time play. He's never scared of the ball.
Walker in the post. Defended by none. And it's slammed in by Williams.
How about the confidence? It's just growing in this young man. Williams has that attitude of a go-to guy in these big moments, even though he's still picking up the nuance of the game.
Nunn finds Robinson. Back to Nunn. 6 to shoot. Taken away by Williams. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Here's Tatum. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Brown's got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
A gigantic bucket. Brown stepping into the spotlight when it matters most.
Williams with the block and pushing it up. Here's Boston. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Down low to take the lead. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Well, he is a behemoth in the paint. Once Williams establishes himself, you almost have to foul.
Fournier's checked in for Smart. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a two-point ball game.
Good job, Will. When it's this close, the team that wins the free throw battle might win the game.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
He had a foul to give there, but he'd rather not have it cost your team points.
Robinson hits them both. Here's Walker. 58 seconds left in the game.
Count it! Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Butler finds Adebayo. It's tipped. And there's the pass to Nunn. It falls! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about shoot.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Frames it from downtown.
He wants the ball. They want him to have the ball. And as usual, he comes through in the clutch.
It falls! And that shot brings them to within just one.
Well, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
Tatum on the wing. Offensive rebound, and it's Brown on the follow.
Oh, the never quit attitude of Brown. Outstanding at remaining engaged and keeping plays going.
It's good. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. What a show they put on here.